You think you know your family until money, lies, and death prove you wrong. This story isn't about greed. It's about betrayal and how a single lie can echo long after the person who told it is gone. I'm the oldest of two, me and my younger brother, Eric. We grew up watching our single mom fight through everything: long shifts, bad relationships, and endless bills. When I finally got married and started my own family, I thought I had escaped that cycle. But my mom, she never really learned how to stand on her own. She spent money like there was always someone else who'd catch her fall. That someone was me. A few years ago, she called me crying. She was about to lose the house, the same one we grew up in. Foreclosure notice on the door. I didn't even think twice. I bailed her out. $20,000. Money my wife and I had saved for our daughter's college fund. Mom promised she'd sell the house, pay me back, and start over. I wanted to believe her, so I did. But the months that followed, something changed. She started forgetting things, bills, names. Once, she left the stove on and nearly burned the kitchen down. The doctor said it was early-stage dementia. We tried in-home care. We tried everything. But eventually, I had to make the hardest decision of my life, moving her into an assisted living facility. Eric still lived with her before that. No job, no goals, just existing. He said he stayed to help her, but it looked more like he just didn't want to grow up. He'd eat her food, use her car, and somehow he was always the victim. When Mom got settled in the facility, she started calling me about her life insurance policy. She said, "Honey, I need you to keep paying the premium. It's not much, $50 a month. When I'm gone, it'll cover my funeral. You're the beneficiary, so it's for you to handle." It didn't sound unreasonable. I was already paying for her groceries, her meds, her phone bill. What was another $50? So I paid, month after month. Then one afternoon, I was sorting through her paperwork at the house, trying to get things organized before putting it up for sale. That's when I found the actual policy, and my heart sunk. The name on it wasn't mine. It was Eric. I called her right away. "Mom," I said, "why did you tell me I was the beneficiary when it's actually Eric?" There was a pause. Then her voice, sharp, defensive. "All you care about is money. You've always been that way." I was speechless. "Mom, I bailed you out of foreclosure. I've been paying your bills. I'm not asking for money. I just want the truth." But she started crying, saying I was trying to control her. And right there, I realized something. Even in that facility, with her memory fading, she was still manipulating people, still finding ways to pit me and Eric against each other. I told her quietly, "Mom, I would have paid for your funeral, even if it bankrupted me. But you lied to me." She didn't answer. She just hung up. That was the last real conversation we ever had. 3 weeks later, she was gone. When the funeral home called, it wasn't to offer condolences. They said, "Your brother told us your mother didn't have any money or insurance. He said you'd be handling the costs." I froze. Then I said, "Actually, she had life insurance and he's the beneficiary." Silence. Then the director replied, "If he's the beneficiary, he'll need to sign it over so we can cover the expenses." I called Eric. No answer. So I drove over to Mom's house, the one he still hadn't moved out of. He opened the door. The place smelled like beer and neglect. He just looked at me and said, "Man, this is crazy. Mom didn't have anything left." I handed him the policy. His name was right there. He glanced at it, shrugged, and said, "Guess she trusted me more." Then, slower, colder tone. I stared at him for a long time before saying, "Then you can take care of her funeral." That's what she wanted. He panicked. "Wait, I don't have the money. I can't even pay rent." I just said, "Then sign it over." And he did. The funeral was small, quiet. I still paid for the flowers, not because I had to, but because I couldn't bring myself to let her go without dignity. After it was over, the director told me, "It's rare to see siblings cooperate in situations like this." I smiled. If only he knew. That night when I got home, I sat in the dark and cried. Not because she was gone, but because I realized something painful. I had spent my whole life trying to earn her approval, trying to fix her messes, trying to be the good son. And in the end, she still trusted the one who never lifted a finger. People say blood is thicker than water, but sometimes blood is what stains you the most. If you're listening to this, take my advice. Help your family, but don't lose yourself trying to save people who refuse to change. Because sometimes the biggest inheritance isn't money, it's peace. Is there a way you think I could have handled this situation better? Kindly tell me in the comment. This is the Fiction Nexus, where every story connects to something deeper. Kindly like this story and subscribe to this channel so you will be the first to be notified when we post the next story.